Hello, everyone, and welcome to your monthly Mystic Messages. I'm Tanys Coughlan from the Twillo Lifestyle Community, Twillo Lifestyle Academy, and I am joined by my beautiful co-host, Jennifer Jurkofsky.
Hello, hello.
G'day, everyone. Today we're doing messages. In other words, we are taking questions. So if you could please put your question in the chat as we go, and and then we'll do them in order, and we'll have to cut it off at some point because oftentimes we end up with lots. So let's see how this goes. Just want to say a big hello to Joyful Journey.
Hello, hello.
Hey, Jen. Good to see you. She says hello to you as well.
Hi.
And hello to Hypnosity. Hey, Melanie. Welcome.
Hello.
We'll see what this time. So we're doing it at a different time this month, just because that's what kind of fit into our schedules.
Yeah.
We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, let's see if it works for everybody or not. And who knows?
I know we've got people all over, so we'll see what that's about. Yeah, for sure. So let's start starring these. Welcome. Welcome, Annie Bear.
What's that?
From the Spirit Team.
I'm still opening all my decks, guys. We're saying hi to everybody.
Jen's working hard. She's just come out of a client as well, so she's joining us. She's in the process of joining us.
Rounding back
She's
in.
Moving in.
Connecting back through. Getting myself sorted. We'll see how it goes.
Hello, Ocean Garnet. Thank you for joining us.
Hey.
And Hypnosity Nalani would like a message.
Ooh, birthday month. Awesome.
Absolutely. So please, we are taking questions. So if you'd like to put them in the chat, and I will star them and we'll do them as we get them in order.
Absolutely.
So how's everyone feeling? Because I don't even know what to say.
The energy has been very active. I don't even know if that's the right word.
Intriguing, shall we say.
It's beyond interesting at this point.
It is beyond interesting. Yes. Yes, Hypnocity says cranky. Me too.
Interesting.
Me too. Big hello to Divine Universe. Welcome.
Hello. Tough week.
Annie Bear says tough week. Yes.
Yeah. Sending so much love out to you guys because
Hearts.
I'm feeling that.
Absolutely. It's been a week for sure. Lots of light codes coming in, you guys, from all over. So we've got all of that coming in. So it's all of our stuff is coming up for us, right? And
well, and because of all of that, we're opening. And as we open, we also open to the collective energies. So really got to be careful about what that looks like and how that feels and
yes,
all that kind of stuff.
Yes, Nalani, it will pass. It will pass. That's what I've been telling myself all week. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. My mood always changes to something different, so this too shall pass. I figure I've never not stopped crying, so I'm good.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. So we're always changing how we feel and how we show up. To me, it's been a lot of very deep, childhood, past life, karmic clearing stuff. So deep, dense stuff.
Yeah.
And Annie Bear says, clear dreaming.
It's been great.
Yeah, good. That's always fun.
Nice too when you can kind of discern the messages or whatever it is you're trying to process through or whatever they're bringing through. So.
Yep. Definitely. So we've got 3 here.
All right.
That are starred. So let's take a look here. So we've got Annie's first, Annie Bear. So let's see. So she'd like a message from her gods. let's see what they have to say. So anyone joining us, please put your message in or your question. We are doing messages tonight, so if you want to put a question in, please put it in the chat and we'll get at them in the order they come in. Okay. So, what is your spirit team trying to tell you, Annie? Let's see. Fascinating, as it always is.
Always.
Oh, they're jumping out, so we've got quite a few here for you. Let's see. All right. All righty. Sorry, guys. This is just kind of like there's just taking a moment here to come through and tell me what order to put them in and all that stuff, all that jazz. Oh my goodness, we've got lots of questions coming in now. Where are we here? Beautiful journey. Mama Sushi, welcome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good.
Hey, Mark. Nice to see you. All right, so Annie Bear, I have changes a coming. I'm here to guide you through this exciting transformation. This is a time of joyous opportunities. So there are some barriers you're going to be breaking. See this? It's new growth. So you're going to start to trim those down and let go of stuff. So you've got letting go as well. This situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. Yeah, this isn't me. Anytime I'm saying me, it's usually Archangel Michael, because this is an Archangel Michael deck that I'm using for part of it. Okay? Just so you know, it's not my responsibility. It's him that offered. Okay. Trust in divine purpose. I mean, I'm happy to help you, but I would never do that without your permission. Okay. So trust in divine purpose. This experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you are on a path of growth. See all that light coming in? So that this card actually is really indicative of what we're all going through right now. All of those light codes coming down. So it is light codes. It is for our ascension purpose, right? And all of those light codes are having us open up to our spiritual gifts. Okay. So remembering that your true nature is spiritual, not physical, the angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's growth. And with those messages, you're actually making a big difference. So see here, this is like my spiritual communication card. Lots of waves. So you're making waves, but it's good waves. It's emotional waves. It's helping people to clear emotional stuff. And my inner light shines far and wide. So you are that helping hand that's in that card, helping people to move forward as they do their shift. All is in perfect timing. This is it. It's time to take action now. I'll be here to help you every step of the way. Again, Michael. I can help, but you know what I mean. So there's a door here of opportunity that's opening.
There's a theme happening here.
What's that?
There's a theme happening.
Apparently, I'm having trouble. I don't want to take responsibility today. Apparently,
but also in all of this energy, right? This like change and stepping into stuff, and here you are, like very clearly, like here's a boundary. Right? Like here's a kind of like, here's about like I can do this, but here's about right. And so I think that this is really good, modeling of something.
Oh, good. Phew. I'm modeling good things today. This is good. Thank you for that. Usually I am the troublemaker on the show, so I'm glad to be doing the good things today. All right. You're giving birth. So I think this opportunity, this opportunity is giving birth to a new project, new energy, a new sense of peace, because there's a dove here. So a new sense of peace that you're bringing. Okay. And that's actually going to bring in abundance for you. So that's awesome. And they're just saying, just follow your bliss, right? Mm-hmm. Follow the bliss, find your balance. It's a 2-2 card. So I don't know, you guys, I don't know if you guys know the 2-2 story, but it's all about stepping into your own power and being the unique you. And then rising above. So, you know, you're going to be rising above. Look at all that light. She's just shining and everything is elevated. Is the word they're giving me.
And that lotus also looks like a 2-2. I mean, if we're being really honest.
What's that?
And that lotus also looks like a 2-2.
It does. It's like a reverse 2-2. Look at that. It is a reverse 2-2. So it's all about stepping into your unique you and allowing you to shine through, because that's really where the magic is for all of that. Yeah. Okay.
Well, and I was going to start with a different card, but on that, one of the cards I got was authentic expression. Right? Unique you, that piece, right? That ability to step into it. It says authentic expression. Express yourself authentically to release inner freedom and creativity. So expression, authenticity, and freedom. And so that's coming from, you know, you were talking about this idea of change, and I got circle of life, right? So recognizing that everything has its phase, everything has its time, and we go through these different phases and times. And so it says every phase of life has its purpose. Embrace the rhythm of cycles to find peace and insight. So it's about life cycles, rebirth, wisdom, infinite continuity. And it's coming here now because there's something that you're meant to go through that's going to help you break free. Okay. And this break free card says, break free from old frameworks and boundaries. Let your soul shine without restraint. Transcend limits, soul expression, and inner strength. Right. So it's like, okay, well, what is this needs to come happening, breakthrough, and all of that? So when I did the shadow deck, 2 cards fell out. The first one was avoidance, and the other one was lack of awareness. And I said, okay, I want some clarity on these. And what I got for avoidance, here it says, it's key to see the need to avoid discomfort, but also to overcome it and thrive. So there's something that's coming that might not be very comfortable. But when I asked what that was, I got soul whispers, right? And soul whispers says, look beyond the words to hear what is really being said now. And so what it sounds like is coming is that something might be said by somebody somewhere, and you might go, whew, that doesn't sit very good with me, right? To take a step back. Yes. To take a step back, though, and go, okay, what is the message behind this? And what do I want to do with that? Right. And then the other one was that lack of awareness. And that comes with saying like missed chances and unseen risks. So seek facts and stay open-minded. So that goes hand in hand with what we were just talking about. Right. Because if we're able to stay open, we can see what else is possible. And I got the on the mend card with that. And so it sounds like there's a really good opportunity here for you to look at a situation that has been bothering you, something that's been upsetting, looking at it from a new perspective that's going to actually help you to mend. It says, be compassionate and kind to yourself as you heal your heart. And so this is about taking that time to break free, right, from the cycle of avoiding or not allowing yourself to go deeper into whatever it is that's coming up. Because by making that shift and allowing the process, the cycle, to fully go, by living in the moment and allowing yourself to be really present with it, nothing is impossible. You're going to be able to move through that energy authentically and have a freedom with it. It's just about holding space for it, even though that might not be the most comfortable thing. But if you do, I mean, all of these things show some really beautiful unfoldings for you. So I hope that helps.
Beautiful. And I want to say hello to Viviani.
Hello.
And we have Debbie at 3 Shifting Veils. Welcome, welcome. And just as a side note, if you would like a reading, please put your question in the chat. We're doing them in order. Okay. And our next one is Hypnocity. Here we go. And it is a birthday reading.
Woo-hoo.
They told me to pick the next two more. So there we are. There they are. There they are. Okay. Interesting.
Okay, that's a lot of cards.
They did that with me too. Okay. So Viviane, you have Archangel Raphael with you. So I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. So you heal with your energy, with your messaging, all of that stuff. There's something right now that you need to accept what is. Okay. So there's something that, like, you're feeling angst, like you want it to change, but sometimes you just got to accept it first before you can actually move into any change. And then I have that you're going to have to see both sides of something. We've got mending bridges. Okay. I heal rifts. I'm a mender. And in that, you may actually have to make a decision. So as you weigh the options and you see both sides, are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? Accept divine guidance pointing you towards your own joy. You deserve it. Okay. And then in that decision, there's going to be some letting go. Okay. So that's also the boundaries. Like, we're going to put boundaries up, and boundaries is a theme. So yes, it's one of mine for the week. Welcome to my world. Okay. Letting go. So letting go, there'll be something that you need to surrender to. I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. And there may be something that you need to let go. So whether it's a belief or, a perspective, something like that, could be a person, place, or thing too. But, it could just be a belief as well. So, and it does say you're ready for more. So your career is growing and blossoming. Now is the time to make changes you've been contemplating. So I feel like this might not be necessarily a career, but it could be like a vocation, something that you do. So it could even be, I don't know why they're showing me arts and crafts, like something like that. You're ready for like the next learning step in whatever that is that you're doing. Okay. So that's there, and you'll manifest what you need. So express gratitude as if your plans have already come to pass. Trust that your angels are bringing you the assistance you need. Okay. In doing that, you will be receiving from angels because, they're bringing it to you. And you need to also prioritize self-care, especially with it being your birthday month, right? So prioritize your self-care. Make sure that you get, go to the spa or something, go to, what are you doing next, Jen? Okay, go to the spa or something. Prioritize self-care. I mean, self-care is way more than that, of course, right? Go for a walk, drink lots of water, eat the right foods. All those things are also self-care. Journaling, doing your meditations, all of that as well. I just like the spa. So prioritize self-care. Sorry. I did take my silly pill before coming on. I'm kidding. I didn't take any pills. Launching your journey. I am an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. So you may have a little trip planned, or if you don't, there may be an unplanned trip coming for you. Mm-hmm. And be the light to others. You have maybe the trip is to the spa. Anyway, be a light to others. You have powerful message to share. Shine your light on the world so that others can learn from you. So you have great wisdom within you, Nalani. So share that with others. That really is how you spread your light. That is part of how you do your healing for the world. Okay. So, and I'm wishing you a beautiful birthday in advance. It's very exciting. Jen.
Well, on that note of, healer, all of that, I got the Pelic, which is the elder, the healer, the teacher, the wise one, experience. And with that actually came out the Hagstone, right? And the Hagstone, as we're looking at it, is about energy shield and protection and inner strength. And I was like, okay, well, what is this that needs to come through? And it's your inner voice. You want your inner voice to come out, right? They want to allow that. So it says, listen to your inner voice for clear and authentic guidance, self-expression, right? So allowing that to come through and to move through you. And then my other deck, it's one of my favorite decks, but it threw out 4 cards. So we're going to go through them and then we'll get into what it's about. But I got have courage. So Tanys was talking about that piece of, things are going to happen. There's going to be some change coming. Have courage. But while you do that, keep the faith and don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay. Mm-hmm. But this is a really neat card because in the write-up for the card, it talks about asking for help, but it also says, ask for help, ask for guidance from people that you trust, but then come back to your own inner voice, your own inner wisdom, and run it through all of that to see what resonates and what doesn't. You're not asking for help just to have somebody else tell you what to do, right? The idea here is to open yourself to what's possible so that that inner voice can be authentic and can come through authentically. And as you do that, there's going to be a transformation that happens, right? So the transform card. And what's really interesting with this is that this transformation, it's so interesting. Tanys is talking about like the work that you're doing and things like that. And maybe there is going to be something to do with that. I think at one point you had said something about maybe selling paintings. And I think that is a big piece possibly of this for you, because it's about you being able to express what you need to express, to bring that out, but then to have that be able to impact somebody else, to be able to move that forward and continue that healing throughout, right? So it's not going to just impact you. This work that you're meant to bring forward, this transformation that you're meant to have, is meant to bring through a whole lot that's going to actually help others as well. And in this whole process, I also got shards of memory. And shards of memory, it says, wisdom is hidden within the fragments. So reclaim them to unlock the deeper understanding. So this is about past life memory. It's about soul reflection. And there's a bit of subconscious awakening here. And so when we look at going back originally to, the first 2 cards about the elder and about that protection piece, right? What we're looking at is your ability to actually bring wisdom through your healing process. And so this idea of, healing yourself, it's going to hold space for healing all around you as well. Okay. This can be a beautiful, beautiful moment of transformation for you, but also for everybody who's going to be impacted by that transformation. So it looks like there's going to be a beautiful unfolding for your birthday month. So hold space for that to happen. Don't be afraid to ask for help, keep the faith, and know that you're going to come through it, and it's going to be quite beautiful. What comes up to be, to be healed and to guide you.
Definitely. What came through is, do you do energetic paintings? If not, that's something to consider. So that was coming through. And you said something as well, that you're an energy healer, which is awesome. That's the other way that you're bringing that healing through. And that you're dealing with childhood and ancestral memories. Yeah, that's what's coming up right now. That's the collective. We're all pulling all that stuff up. So you're not alone. We're here with you. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And now we have Ocean Garnet. Any good messages from the spirit world? Holding on to sanity at the moment. Well, we're glad you're holding on to it. This is good.
Don't try to grab it too hard, though.
No. We were talking about sanity the other day. Were we not talking about, was it insane?
Yeah.
Was it insane? We were the acronym you had?
I think so. Sane and insane. What was it again? It just came through in that moment. Steadily avoiding nuanced experiences.
That's right. That's sane.
Right? So insane is intentionally not steadily avoiding nuanced experiences. I would rather be insane.
Nuanced experiences means, dealing with the guides and all that stuff. So yeah, we like that. Okay. So here's what I have for you, Ocean. We have ignite courage. I'm strong, valiant, and courageous. So they're reminding you of how much courage you have within you, that you will be jumping over stuff, right? Jumping over these, like the wall, the horse is jumping over the wall. There may be some like obstacles that you need to jump over, but please remember that this is a blessing in disguise. Okay. The be patient, have faith. Your angels have this situation under control. What will come is far better than you dare dreamed. So pray from the heart. Prayers really can move mountains. Reach out to the divine with your heart's concerns and watch miracles unfold. So they got you, right? They're there. They got you. Also, you're going to be seeing signs. You're going to be recognizing signs from above, right? You're going to be seeing signs, and they're really drawing my attention to this feather. So watch for feathers, okay? Because I think there's going to be something in that. And then trust your intuition, because you do have the key, right? This is a keyhole. You have the key to move forward with whatever this is that's going on. You just need to be honest with yourself. So all your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept your truth, and let source take it from there. You see them around you. They've got you wrapped up there, right? With the hands on the shoulders. Your guides are there. Your prayers are being answered. Okay. You are ready for more. Now, again, this says in career, but if that's not where you're at, then it may mean that it's time to make some changes in your life. That's the other piece that's on here. So there may be some changes coming, and you're going to see how by watching your messages and stuff. Okay. But they're asking you to please prioritize your self-care in all of this, because it can get a little bit, in change. It gets a little, so please make sure you're caring for yourself and get your power back. You've forgotten who you are. You are a child of the divine. So take that power back. And crystals, for some reason, the crystals in here are jumping out. So please use the crystals, right? Our crystal kingdom is there for us to support us, and they love to do that. So please step into that using the crystals. You are hearing messages from spirit. You know that. So please go ahead and listen to those messages, because really, you're going to be soaring into excellence. There's just a lot of growth in the near future. But look at her. She's standing on the world there. She's standing on top of the world. So you will be on top of the world. Right now, it's a little bit mucky, but you're going to make your way out of that pretty quickly and pretty easily from what I see. Okay? So, and welcome to Lauren. Welcome, Lauren, for joining us. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. If you... we probably have time. So if you feel that you want to message, please let us know, okay? Mm-hmm. In the comments. And we have Jacqueline.
Yeah.
Hey, Jacqueline. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Who else have we got? We've got Patricia Lejour as well. Welcome, welcome. Yes, we're still taking them right now. So, yeah. So all is well. What have you got for Ocean?
All right, Ocean. Well, to start, Tana said feathers, and I was told to get my Divine Feather deck. So I did, and I got the canary. So I'll show you the other side of that, the canary. And it says, step forward now and sing your song. There is power in finding your voice. So you're being asked to definitely find that voice. And so it's interesting. So I shuffled the deck, and I got two cards that I've already gotten from this one. So I got Nothing is Impossible and the Hagstone again, right? So know that you are protected. There's an energy shield, and you have that inner strength, and be open to the unexpected. You're going to find a way, right? So again, fitting too with what Tanys was saying. The next one I got was Let Go of the Burden. Okay. Let go of the burden. So release what does not belong to you, and your soul will feel lighter and freer. This is lighten the load, release, and spiritual freedom. It's like, okay, so what is it that you're asking Ocean to release? And I got two shadow cards. And the first shadow card I got was arrogance. And so I'm not saying that that's you, but that there's something about that in your experience. Not seeing flaws can hinder growth. And sometimes we do that for ourselves, but sometimes we do that for other people too. And what makes me say that is honest echoes. The card that I got to clarify that. It says, listen to the whispers of your heart, for you know the whole truth. So what it seems like is that there's something going on in your life, maybe somebody that you're having an experience with, and maybe either they're not presenting the whole truth or you're not seeing the whole truth about them in the experience. And so really going inside and hearing what's going on from inside of you, it's going to help you to know what to do with that energy, right? Whether it's yours or somebody else's. And then I got the shadow dance. And the shadow dance says, when you move shadows, you discover your rhythm. This is about fluidity, movement, and being open. And I think that there's a connection here between these two cards. And I also got the vortex of change as a clarifier for that. And it says, engage with the vortex of change where energies swirl in transformative dances, molding anew. And so there could be a stuckness in something for you. And so if you can notice where that energy is, know that nothing is impossible. This is completely something that can be changed. It can be shifted. There's a burden, right? This comes back to that let go of the burden card. And so there's a burden associated with this energy. And they're asking you to really hold space for it, to go inside, because inside you're going to have the wisdom that you need to know how to navigate that situation. And as you do that, I got the spiritual rebirth card. Right? And the spiritual rebirth card says, your soul is undergoing a rebirth. Embrace this new version of yourself with open arms. So this is renewal, new beginnings, and soul cleansing. So there's a big transformation piece that wants to come through with this energy. So just take the time to notice it. You are completely protected while you dive into it. Know that you're safe. Know that you can navigate it. And know that nothing is impossible. You're going to be able to get through all of that. And you already have the inner knowing to navigate the situation, right? It's just about allowing yourself to open to it and to allow the energies to change and transform. All right. Hope that helps.
So for those of you that are just joining us, I'm afraid our questions are closed now. We have quite a few going on here. So we do need to put a stop to it where we're at. So welcome, Zach. I did get yours, but Zach will be the last one. So we do have Patricia on the list. So I'll just read the list quickly. We've got Joyful Journey, Divine Universe, Debbie, Shifting Veils, Lauren, Patricia, and Zach. Okay. Those are the people that will be doing the rest. I'm sorry. You'll have to come back another time because that'll take us definitely to the hour or more. So we may actually have to cut them down just a wee bit to get all of those in as it is. So, all right. So we've got that one.
We say that, but then,
Yeah, I know. They always tell us what to do. So that's me working on boundaries. Okay. So yeah. Yes, so it is. So be it, and so it is. All right. So we have Jen. So Jennifer, Joyful Journey, not you, Jen, the other one.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
the giggle sisters. Yeah, that's us.
It's not fun, man.
Exactly. I'm going to take this banner off because it's like cutting my face off there. Okay. So no, it is not time yet. This is not divine right time to take action. Please be patient. The opportune moment is approaching. So if you're thinking about doing something, this feels actually job related. If you're thinking about doing something, just wait a bit. Okay. I don't know if that makes sense for you, but that's what I'm getting. Okay. Deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. So that's what, and this could actually be, so it could actually be like, I feel like it's like handing something in. Does that make sense to you? I don't know, something like that. But it's also like to resolve something because we've got your current challenges will soon be over. It's almost over. Your current challenges will soon be resolved and you'll be able to look at the future with a smile. So that's what that's that part. Okay. Hi, Christopher. I'm sorry. We just closed the questions. We have enough to get us through the time that we're here. We do readings though. So our information is below if you're interested. Okay. So Jennifer, recognize the signs from above. Angels are sending you messages now, but you're too distracted to notice. So stay alert and open to divine guidance. Y'all need to watch for signs. This is the fourth time this has come out, I think. Y'all need to watch for signs, okay? Open up to your spiritual gifts.
Attention.
Y'all need to open your spiritual gifts. Okay. Remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. The angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's growth. Okay. So know that that's coming. And cherish self. So I accept and love myself. So some of this is also, so I'm getting like that you're overthinking something too. So you need to wait for the guidance to come through for you, because they're going to shed some light on something for you. They're going to give you some clarity. Okay. So cherish self in that. There's some opening to love. So you need to find what you feel passionate about while you're waiting, because there's something like that you're waiting for. So find what you're passionate about. Find what that passion is and open to it. So, because this is my love and passion card, because you got the little flames going on the heart there. So love and passion. Okay. What do you feel passionate about?
Because
what? Because
I only laugh because you're getting more of this.
There you go. Savor the pleasure. So these kind of go hand in hand, right? All of these, the cherished self, these guys, they all kind of go hand in hand. Same deck too, but they're all like the sort of be good to you, follow your bliss, that kind of thing. Cherish yourself. So they're really asking you to really dig deep and find out what it is that you really feel passionate about, because that's what you should do, right? Yeah, we all have to make a living and stuff like that, but if we can't change our job or whatever, then it's finding the time to do those things that bring us bliss. Because we can't always, we can't always do it as a job, although that's the ideal. If you can, that's wonderful. There's ways to do that. But, I understand there's a lot of fear around that kind of thing. So, if you can't, that's okay. Just take action, right? Baby steps. He's jumping over a river. You can take baby steps. You don't have to jump over a river towards things that bring that passion out for you. Okay. That's what I have for you. I don't know why it's all career. It feels very career related, but if that's not the case, then, it could be personal as well. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I have some passion stuff coming up in here too. I don't know on my end that is specifically career, but it could be too. But the first card that came out for you is the Cycle Breaker. Okay. And the Cycle Breaker is, you'll get through it. The cycle is ending. There's a lot that comes through with the Cycle Breaker, right? We have our own kind of cycles that we go through. Plus, when I look at this card, because of the way that it is here, I think about ancestral stuff that comes through as well, that we're working on, maybe even past life stuff that wants to come through. And then I got the next card that came with it was the records. Right. So again, that energy of what's coming through for you is about breaking some cycles, and it might be cycles from other lives, because the card says, remember why you came, be bold. There's a legacy piece in this. And so what came through very clearly was this idea of setting your intentions, right? You have to be very clear about what it is that you are working towards and what it is that you need to break the cycle of. And so I asked, okay, what's going on there with the shadow deck? And again, I got two cards. I got Journey Inward and I got Have Courage. So for the Journey Inward card, it says the path to enlightenment starts within you. It's about introspection and growth. So I've got a lot here that's talking about going inside. And when I said, okay, what is it we have to go inside for? I got hurtful events. So there's something coming up for you here that you're navigating. It says, as you navigate this challenging time, learn to let go of the past so it won't weigh you down. And I know that that is so easy to read off of a card and so hard to do, but it is an important piece of the process. And so as we journey inward, as we allow ourselves to navigate those hurtful events, we can set the intention to be able to align with what it is we're here to do so that we can break the cycles of repeating those things over and over. And when we look at that and go, okay, I have to have courage, right? Stop hiding and show up and let yourself be seen, right? And this is a big piece of it. And it has to do with what's going on with your cycle that you're breaking, is that piece of maybe not letting yourself be seen. Because I also got soul alliance. Walk with your soul allies. Together you will fulfill greater missions. And so you're being called to allow yourself to come home to yourself, and also to find that soul family that's going to help you on that journey. And the reason I said that the Passion card came out is because the card to help with understanding about this, have courage, was the Rising Flames card. Okay? And the Rising Flames card says, let your passion guide you to the fulfilling purpose meant for you. Right. And this is why I say it could be job, but it could be so many other things. But what's coming through with these cards, and even, you know, Tanys, from what you were sharing, that idea of like really allowing your passion to come through, is there's something here that has been blocking you because of maybe some ancestral or past life stuff too, not just this life stuff, but it might be reflected in this life's stuff over and over again, because that's what we do. Right? We tap into that morphogenetic field. We've got all these alliances to our past lives, to our ancestors, to all of that kind of stuff. And then that ends up holding us back from really living our true and authentic selves. And so you're being called here to really set that intention, release these things, and then move into what it is that's going to light you up and hold space for that in your journey. And it doesn't look like you're going to be doing any of that alone. All right. So I hope that helps.
Beautiful. And I'm really glad you said, I think I found my career. I really like my new job. That's wonderful.
Yay!
Excellent.
Wonderful.
Great stuff. All right. Our next one is Divine Universe. If possible, I would like a message. Thank you. And please. Definitely. So for you, I feel like there's some kind of relationship thing going on, because a lot of stuff has come up here around that. So I would say that there is something that you will have to accept what is, okay? And I accept and embrace my inner majesty. So there may be something about yourself in this relationship that you need to accept. Right? So sometimes we have to think about what we're bringing to the relationship and how are we showing up in that relationship. I feel like that's kind of what's coming up here. And then you're going to have to do some bridge mending bridges. I heal rifts. I'm a mender. So to do that, you see there's two faces there. We're going to see both sides of the situation, okay, and play a bridge role in this relationship. So if it's not you, it may be somebody within your household that you're kind of playing that mender with, like being the arbitrator kind of role or something. So just believe in magic, okay? Because really that's going to take it far. Understanding that our words are spells. So as you speak the words you'll be speaking stuff into existence. So speaking the words with compassion and love and really bringing that forward is how you're going to do this. Because it's saying don't give up on love. Okay? So a relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow me to clear away the forgiveness and for forgiveness so that love can thrive again. Michael. Michael will help you. I can help you too, but you know, Michael is the card. All right. So, boundaries. Just saying. So yes. So don't give up on love. It's magic, right? There's magic. Bring it, say it into its existence. Get your power back. You've forgotten who you are. You're a child of the divine, so take your power back. Okay? So as we take our power back, it's not about control over or power over, it's power within. And so really being secure in how you feel and bringing that forward to the relationship, whatever this relationship thing is, right? It doesn't necessarily mean it's romantic. It could just be a family relationship, but there's something there. You're speaking things into existence with that. So in speaking, we also have to take control of our thoughts. Okay. And we have the key here. So you have the key to do this. You know how to do this. Your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome you truly desire, not the one that's happened, or not the one that you're worried about it happening or anything like that. Okay. The one that you really want, the outcome that you want. That's where to focus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So hope that's helpful. Yeah.
It's amazing too. Again, like my cards, I've got stepping stones, which is take the next step, simplicity, focus, and then establish priorities, right? Like very much in line. And I wish I had one of those like overhead screens, because the way that these cards came out and the way that I put them down, like I really wish I could show you. But basically, like, I got these 3 cards and they came out right like that. And then the center card actually had this kind of like cross over it. And then each of the side cards had some clarifiers. So it was just a really cool thing. Like there's this very kind of holistic message coming through.
Beautiful.
And so what I have, so to start with, that's the stepping stones card, right? So take the next step, simplify and focus. And then the card that came with that is establishing priorities. So very much to the message that Tanys was giving, it's going to be really important for you to take those steps. But with stepping stones, and the one thing I love about stepping stones is sometimes they're tiny little steps and sometimes they're little jumps, right? Sometimes it varies, but either way, there is a movement to it. But what's fascinating is the next card that came out was the cave, right? And the cave is to retreat. It's a timeout. It's self-care. It's slow down. And so again, that idea of stepping stones, what came up as I was, reflecting on the layout here is that we have to pay attention with stepping stones. We can't just walk blindly. We can't just be in our head and walking. We have to really focus. And I think that has to do with that establishing priorities, because each step is very intentional. And so by taking that time, going into the cave, doing that retreat, that time out, that self-care, that slow down, you're going to be able to know exactly where to place each step. And what I got for that in terms of what it is you need to do in that retreat, in that time out, I got explore feelings. Explore feelings. It says delve into insecurities and unresolved emotions. This is about authentic closure, peace, authenticity, closure, and peace. And so you want to just notice what it is that maybe you're not allowing yourself to feel into or to step into, and see what is meant to come through with that. The next card literally flew out of the deck, and it's one of those cards that goes both ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read both sides, because it wasn't clear which way this came out, but both of the messages are very connected. So it says, clear the path. Embrace the journey ahead with an open heart, ready to discover and grow from the revelations to come, right? So those revelations are coming as you're exploring those feelings while you're in that cave. And as you allow that to unfold, cutting edge, slice through obstacles and carve a path towards your dreams, right? So this healing is here. This time of going inside is here in order to open you to the next steps and where you're meant to go. And then the final card that came as a connection for that was universal harmony. Okay, and so that says, when you find harmony within, the universe resonates with you, creating miraculous calm and peace. This is about balance, peace, and resonance. And so the whole idea here is that you're going to be taking those little steps. You're not stopping, but you're being very intentional about it. And while you're doing it, you're going inside and you're working on the stuff that needs to be worked on so that you can open to this harmony that's going to open amazing paths for you. And the last kind of 2 cards for that I got was creativity. Right, and this creativity card is creative expression and trust your vision. This whole process is for you to be able to open to that creativity and vision so that you can bring that forward. And you've got celestial guidance. they want to help you do this, right? It says receive, like all of the words on this card are like one run-on word. Minutes sometimes.
Interesting card.
Receive profound insights and messages from the stars for guidance. So it's astrological insight and star wisdom, right? So they're here to help you to bring that creativity forward, but they're also here to help you with the process, the going inside, the unfolding, and making sure that each step you take is intentional and is leading you to exactly where you're meant to be. Hope that helps.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Big hello to Shem and Stone Hobbit.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Shem, unfortunately, we had already closed questions, so we'll have to check in another time. Okay. And our next one is
to Stones thing really quick. Stones and caves, my language.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually, the one deck that I'm using is Rebecca Campbell's The Ancient Stones.
There you go.
Just putting that out there.
Speaking the same language, for sure. Mm-hmm. There we go. So, Debbie, I wanted to ask you a little bit about this because you say, may I have a reading concerning opening portals? Please, thank you. So I'm not sure what that means, whether you want guidance on how to or whether you should. I'm not sure about that. So if you can please let us know in the comments, that would be great. In the meantime, I just picked some cards because I thought I would just do like a general reading in the meantime, and maybe you'll get some stuff on
portals.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. Yep. So interestingly enough, I got accepting what is. So this actually looks a bit like a portal, like you're looking through a portal, and there's guides there to help you. I would caution about opening portals, actually, personally. I don't know how you feel about this, Jen. I think for me, we can open stuff that we're not intending to sometimes. So I'm just...
If I jump in, so because I'm pulling from all of these different decks, and one of the things from the shadow deck that goes with that, the two cards, of course, because it's been two every time this time, is relentless craving and no boundaries. And so I think that it's going to be really important to just notice, why are you opening the portals? Are they opening to things that are positive and good and full of light? Are they opening to things that are difficult to navigate? Just notice what that is and make sure that you have boundaries around it, right? So that
my word tonight, boundaries,
right? Just so that you're making sure that whatever it is, it's guided, right? And that it's not, because there's lots of different energies out there, and you just want to be really mindful about.
So she says she's not doing it on purpose. So that might be something that you want to speak to. Okay, so Michael is coming through saying that you just need to control your thoughts around that a little bit more. You've done it a few times by accident, and now it's happening regularly because you're expecting it to. So please stop expecting it to, and it will stop happening. Sorry, he's a little bit like, so, yeah. So have the intention that we are not doing that, that your portals are only for love and light, if they do come, and call in Michael to help guide you as you go, because he'll help to dial that back a little bit for you, okay? Because I do have this one, which is the mending bridges. So you are a bridge to the other realms. That is something that you do, but there's like this means there's some disconnect there. Right? If we have to mend it, it means there's a disconnect. So I think calling Michael is going to help you with that disconnect that's happening there so that you can mend the bridge. The trust in divine purpose. So this experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you're on a path of growth. So this makes sense for that, right? So healing is knowledge. So it's about learning and learning to stay in the light. So you see there's all the light codes coming down there. You're going to learn from this experience. It was probably happening for you to learn how it all works and all of that stuff. So just ask him to help teach you the meaning behind all of it, because there's stuff for you to learn. And it says to trust your intuition, right? Mm-hmm. So again, it's a key. There's a key there for flow, and it's also a bit like a portal, interestingly enough. So as that flows, right, you have stuff that comes through. So you want to make sure that it's all in the light. So just believe in magic, right? But let's do light magic, believing in magic, and true magic is abound in my life. Pardon?
I said, and isn't the hat also a portal?
It is indeed, yes. The magic hat is indeed a portal. And then you will manifest what you need. Express gratitude as if your plans have already come to pass. Trust that your angels will bring you the assistance you need. So that just reinforces, right? Calling on Michael. He's going to help you to get what you need out of the experience in terms of learning and stuff. Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, and I got pave your own way, right? And again, look at it, pave your own way, and what's right there at the top of that card, right? It sure looks like another portal. And so there is a piece here where there might be certain things that are meant to come through for you. And so it's just a matter of, it says leadership, courage, forge, don't follow. So it's going to be important for you to make sure that whatever it is that you're opening or whatever it is that's coming, if it's coming and it feels right, great. If it doesn't, let it go. Right. And I think that idea of calling, on the angels to help you and to say, like, no, I'm not going to open something if I'm not meant to. And that's okay. But because I also got wisdom keeper, which is new perspective, study, and learning. And so maybe there's something in here for you in terms of deep diving a little bit into what all of this is like. What is it? How do we open portals? How do we close portals? How do we do all of that? Just so that you have the awareness of what it is you need to do in case something doesn't resonate, or you get this call of like, yes, I do want to move forward and do that. But just paying attention to what that is. And again, I got honest echoes, and this is about really taking that step inside, right? Listen to the whispers of your heart to know the whole truth. And it's interesting. I pulled from 2 different decks, and I got stillness in both. So I got create stillness in this one, and then I got meditative stillness for this one. And it says embrace stillness and cultivate serene mindfulness and deep presence. And what comes to me when I'm thinking about that is this idea that in that stillness, we're not doing anything. We're not trying to make anything happen. And I know you said you're not trying to make those portals happen, but in that place, we're going to know, like, is this right for me or is this not right for me? And so there is a connection here for you, because I got beyond time as one of the other cards here, and it says your soul transcends time and space. Deep dive into its essence to discover infinite possibilities. So it's timelessness, transcendence, and soul journey. And so there might be something here where eventually you're going to start doing some journeys. And these portals might be a part of that. So the discernment that you have now is going to help you to know what you should or shouldn't be journeying into. And of course, the best way to guide you is that divine light, right? And it says divine light clears the darkness and reveals the truth. Trust in its guidance to show you the way forward. And so really just holding space for that so that is this right for me? Is this not right for me? Letting the guides help you with that. And I think that's going to help to really kind of move you forward, because there is going to be a part of your journey here where I think this might be something more later. Mm-hmm. But you gotta make sure you spend the time to learn and discern.
She says she keeps hearing portal key. So I think there probably is, like, I'm not saying all portals are bad. It is like Jen said, it's like discernment when we're stepping towards portals. That's all.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. Trust your instincts. Okay. And hello to Pusha. Welcome. As you can see, our questions are closed, I'm afraid, but we're doing great. Thank you. Thank you for asking. And what else have we got going on here? Thank you. You're very welcome. Much love. And we're going into a speedy time now. So a few less cards, I think, because we still have 3 more to go. And we're already past our time. So a little bit more speedy, perhaps, to get through this. So, okay, Lauren, there's something, it's not time yet. Okay? So divine time, it's not quite divine right time to take action. Be patient. The opportune moment is approaching. So take your time, okay? Because there's some simplifying that you need to do in the process. That's going to help you to get towards that. Okay. And this wait is a blessing in disguise. It may not feel like it, but it is a blessing in disguise, right? Be patient, have faith that your angels have the situation under control. What will come is far better than you dare dreamed. So like if you act now, it's not going to be as great as if you actually wait for a little bit. There's going to be an ideal time for you to step into it. Okay. And then you'll be giving birth to a new way of being is what I'm hearing. A new way of being, more peaceful, right? Using your intuition, and you'll be rising above, right? Look at the sun there, the light behind her. She's rising up out of the mud into the light. And I got the abundance card. So whatever this new thing is, it's going to be good. Hope that's helpful.
All right. Spiritual journey. All right. Explore the deep connection with the universe on your spiritual journey. So journey, spirituality, and growth, and trust the universe. Okay. It says, trust the universe's design. Everything is unfolding at the perfect moment. And remember that you're made of stardust. Stardust memories. You are made of stardust. Recall your origins to find your soul's true home. So there's a past life, soul journey, and universal belonging here. And it's really interesting because I also got Dances with Stones. And Dances with Stones is about movement, teamwork, and partnership. So there's something here that in this remembering is meant to bring you together with those who are going to help you on that journey. So trust the universe that that's going to happen. And as you go through that journey, it's going to lead to creativity and creative expression. And so there is something that is meant to come through you, and you're being called to trust that vision, but maybe to go through a bit of this journey first in order to be really clear on what that is. So I hope that helps.
Beautiful. And we have Patricia. So she may be making supper, but she'll watch the replay. And so what do I have here for you? Yes, this makes a lot of sense. Okay, perfect. So what I have for you is stay the course. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. So learn from your experiences and keep going. Okay. So something that you've started is, it feels like it's like there's like an uphill, a little bit of an uphill battle for it. Just to start, take control of your thoughts. Your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome you truly desire. So you do have, again, we have a key. So you do have the key to moving forward. Something, it's like it's a thought that is holding you back, right? So it's a limiting belief, because really the way forward is open. Okay. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. Michael will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. You've already planted the seeds. So it's already germinating. Okay. You will start to take action in divine timing. You'll start to jump over the hurdles. I enthusiastically embrace life's boundless possibilities. And that's actually where you need to think. There are boundless possibilities. There are boundless possibilities. Because then you're going to be coming into your power. Okay, you see all that light coming down? You're having a bunch of downloads of light, of neutrinos. Jen likes that word. I step into my power boldly and confidently. So you'll be stepping into your power once you've had this time that you're just you're cultivating stuff at the moment. So watch your thoughts as you're going through that, because it's open as well. Okay, hope that's helpful.
Well, and to your card there, Tanys, about like things kind of coming up, I did get the obstacle card, and it was the first card that came out, and it says find another road, flexibility, change. So you might be being called to shift something, right? And it doesn't mean that you have to give up or anything like that, but there might be a shift that you're being called to do. But use your power. Don't think that you're powerless in this. You still have the capacity to move yourself forward, and all. But I also got the Wisdom Keeper card. And the Wisdom Keeper card here is about new perspectives, studying and learning. And so there might be something that is blocked right now because there's something else that you have to do before you're able to go down that road. And then I got the Embrace Friendship card with that. And so what seems like is that there's something that you have to journey on, maybe to learn something or to develop a skill or something like that. And you're going to develop friendships and all of that. And they're going to help you to know your power so that you can navigate the obstacles and figure out which way you're supposed to go. And then I also got the scrying card. It says, trust your visions, intuitions, and plant seeds. So don't think that just because a certain path is blocked that you're doing nothing. You're still planting those seeds. You're still trying to figure it out. You're still trying to navigate what is right and which way to go and all of that. And so merge with the light. That's going to bring you that insight. It says, merge with the divine light to experience unity and spiritual evolution. This connection brings clarity and guides you towards your true self. So spiritual unity, oneness with the light, and divine illumination. And so it's all there for you to know what to do. So don't think of this block as oh no, that's it. Okay, it's done. Think of this block as an opportunity to see what else is possible and then navigate in that direction. So hope that helps.
Mm-hmm. So welcome, Ellen. I'm sorry, and Tabs. We did have to close our questions, so we are not taking any more this time, I'm afraid. We do readings though, and the information is below. Okay. And our last one is Zach. Hello, may I ask my guides for any revelations, advice regarding my struggles with OCD and personal wellness? Grateful. All right, so Zach, I got more relationship stuff. Interesting. It is wellness in a sense. So the first thing I got was simplify your life. So this is like getting rid of clutter in your environment and in your mind, right? I know, tough with OCD. I'm not sure what your environment is like, but if it is at all cluttered, that can certainly create more mind clutter for you. Because I feel like there's part of what's blocking you is the overthinking on things. And I get it. That's part of it. The way forward is open. Okay. So I think it's like focusing on this moment and being in the moment is what's coming through. They want you to know that the way forward is open. You're not trapped. Possibilities abound. I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. I being Michael. Okay. So joy, focusing on the joy and the positivity, and really, yeah, thinking that things, it's like shifting for you. It's like a shift in energy. From like the heavier energies to shifting to a lighter energy for you. And it's going to help with a lot of that stuff. Now, I also got don't give up on love. A relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow me to clear the way for forgiveness so that love can thrive again. Now, this may not be romantic love. This might actually be like a friendship or family love. But there's also a new relationship coming into your life. I actually feel like this is almost a therapeutic relationship that's coming in. Someone that's going to help you, like it's like a mentor kind of feeling to it. So open your mind and heart so that they can help, is what I'm hearing. Because you're bringing forth a new energy into the world. right? And so in doing that, see how the card's all pink for you? That's really sticking out for me. So it's really bringing that love energy into your life is really going to help you to shift that, right, from the denser energies to the lighter energies, because love is one of the highest vibrational frequencies, right? So you're going to be able to do that because I have rise above, right? So right now you're kind of in this mud, and all you have to do is allow that light to come through and embrace it, and it's going to help you to rise out of the muck. So like I said, it's like a shift from the muck to the light is kind of where the focus, the invitation is for the focus. Okay, hope that's helpful.
All right. So I pulled a little bit from the same decks, but then I was told to grab a couple others. So we'll start with the first one here. I got the Wisdom Keeper card again, which is new perspective, study, and learning. And so I think what's happening here is that you're being called to understand your process a little bit more. And as you begin to understand it, you're going to be able to hold space for it. Because I also got the Stone of Destiny. And the Stone of Destiny is light path, ambition, passion, yes. So there is something here that wants to open for you, that wants to unfold. And what it seems like the guides are saying is that the more understanding you gain around this, the more presence that you can have. Right, Tanys, you used the word presence. Yep. That you can have with this, it's going to unfold more for you, and that's going to end up being very, very helpful. So I pulled a couple different cards here, and the first one is the Presence card, and it says, what is something that you keep avoiding day after day? Bring your awareness to it without judgment. That is huge, and I know that's hard, but it's so huge. Without judgment, taking the first step to facing it today. And so a big part of this growth is being able to acknowledge that there's something here that maybe I don't want to look at. And how do I hold space for that as I move forward? And so practicing that presence, and I got 2 cards out of the ACT deck. So ACT is acceptance and commitment therapy. And it's just about how do we allow ourselves to be in those difficult moments and hold space for that with mindfulness and all of that. And so they were just 2 practices that came through. So one is called sensory feast. So the next time you eat, pretend that each bite is the only one and savor the experience, right? So really allowing yourself to just be very, very present and in the moment with an experience, allowing all of your senses to kind of feel into what that's like. The other one I got is in your body. So take a moment to pause and scan your body from top of your head to the tip of your toes. Notice areas of tension and relaxation, and follow your breath in and out. So again, it's just both of these cards, and there's a whole bunch of different ones in here, but both of these cards have to do with that present moment awareness and allowing yourself to just really settle into that. And then the last card that I got for you is purpose. And so knowing your purpose is going to also help you to be able to navigate what you're going through. And so I got contributing to the benefit of others creates purpose and well-being. So volunteering, supporting your family, doing meaningful work, or helping a neighbor in need are all ways to live with purpose. So keeping your purpose in mind will support you, especially during challenging times. So taking the time to figure out what that is. And that goes back to that Stone of Destiny, right? That life path card, that ambition, that passion. What is it that you're passionate about? And how can you embrace that in your purpose? Because as you do, then when these difficult things come up, you're going to have more guidance on how you want to navigate it. And so, yeah, I think, there is this new perspective piece. There is a learning aspect to it, but also just the more present you can be, the more this is going to be able to unfold for you, and the more you're going to be able to understand what's going on and how to navigate it. So hope that helps.
Yeah, beautiful. So thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you get alerted next time we're coming on. Mm-hmm. And final thoughts, Jen? What else are we doing? What do we need to fill them in on?
Oh, like as far as like what's next?
Yeah.
Well, I know on, is it we did our support group last Saturday, right?
We did. Yeah, we
So
did support
this
groups.
Saturday, Maureen is going to be having her support group. So you can go on to the beyondbeinghuman.org/support-groups, and you'll get to see the support group that's coming up this weekend. It's open to anybody who wants to join. It's about helping you on your journey. She does this really great. It's called IRT. I'd have to remember what that actually stands for. But it's about releasing things that don't serve us anymore, and then opening and holding space for where we want to go in our journey. So many of the messages that we did today, she's got a really great model that she uses to help you do that through a meditative practice. So go ahead and check that out. And then we have Twitter Talk coming up on Monday.
Inner resonance technology.
There it is. I knew it had resonance in it. I just didn't remember the whole thing.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah,
And so
we have Twillo Talk on Monday.
Yeah. And so if you join us on Monday for Twillo Talk, you'll hear what we have going on for the rest of the week.
Yeah, 5 p.m. on Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern on Monday. Okay. So that's awesome. And we wish you all an amazing weekend. Thank you for joining us this evening. And we shall see you all very soon. Take care, everyone. Lots of love.